Hope you'll be able to see it. Yeah, the advantage of this website is anyone can practice writing English. Be teachers or students, everyone can use it. Because it is from Cambridge English, content is on par with most of the language testing examinations Cambridge promotes. It promotes various exams such as BEC, Business, English, Certification. We also have TOEFL, IELTS, International English Testing System. Likewise, there are a wide variety of examinations Cambridge is promoting for primary schools, higher school, and then students of intermediate and students of graduation. So this is how we can expose students to real-time English, special English. So get your grade in seconds. The moment we submit feedback, we will get grade immediately. Look at the feedback and make some changes where possible. This particular website allows you to on feedback and then make changes wherever information is to be changed. And then this is how we can ensure that there will be a gradual improvement in users of the language. So let me take you to the test zone. Yeah, the feature. If you're a teacher, you can use resource. You can also, if you are preparing for any examinations, we can always test that. So here we have start practicing now. Yeah, as I mentioned, here you have teacher section and yeah, start practicing now. Here you have another lesson section. Yeah, as mentioned earlier, even in writing task, we have levels like beginner, intermediate, advanced levels. And we can also find information on business. Business in the sense people who are taking up business English certification courses or who require proficiency in business English, then they can choose these tasks. And we also have tasks for fun. Sometimes we can give recreation activities in the classrooms. All these are possibilities of this. Whenever we do not have time to explore various ideas, materials, we can immediately log on to this website and take up resources. Here one can create one's profile here. You can see you can create a profile to save your work on any device you use. It's fast and free. For example, let me show how you can find this interesting. See, these are various prompts that you can find. See, first one is there's a prompt on exercising. Yeah, since it is an elementary beginner level, you can find it's just 100 words limit. Yeah, write sentences to answer the questions about exercise. And there are 3 prompts. These 3 prompts help in terms of promoting guided writing. So students at this level, these 3 required guidance for students. So this, in other words, we call it guided writing. See here, do you like to exercise? How often do you exercise? When you exercise, do you prefer exercising at a gym or outside? Why? Tell us about the kinds of activities you like to do for exercise. See, you have 3 different prompts. Each of the prompt helps learners thinking in their own perspective and coming up with answers. Here I've given you sample information here. You can see it sample information on importance of exercise, sitting posture, all that. So once you are done with this, you can always click check again. So the moment you click check again, you can find a lot of feedback. Let me show you. It's only a sample writing that I've taken up here to show you how you can use it in your own local context. So this is a kind of AI, artificial intelligence system, and it will give us instant feedback. See here, our feedback is mentioned here. So did you write about the question 5 is the best? So if you write it well, it will show you grades. So it has grades from 0 to 5. So depending on the kind of writing students produce, they can get an immediate grade. So wherever there are changes, it suggests for further improvement. Changes are always highlighted. See, I have done it 3 times. In fact, I did it earlier to show you this. The first blue mark here that you can find here. See the first blue mark here, this is the first attempt. This is second attempt. This is third attempt. Right? You can see whether there is the graph is increasing or graph is going down. It clearly shows you. I picked up 3 random passages and pasted here for explanation purpose. So here the graph is going down. So instead, if feedback is taken and changes are made, there will be gradual progress of task each time one attempts. See, I've just told you that this can be saved in your own profile. So I've created a profile and here you can see 3 dots here indicating the attempts and the kind of progress the student has made. Number 2 is task timer. You can always set time for each task. You can give 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and once you click timer, you can always click on start and start writing. So these are various other interesting, right, things that you can do online. So if you click on change, you can change information wherever, right, you require some change. Yeah. Since I've already pasted the paragraph, it is not highlighting the errors. So if you, when you paste paragraph on your own in the first go, you can find highlighting text here and there. Wherever you find highlighted text, which means that particular text needs rewriting or improvement. Yeah. I hope it's clear. I'll be going back to the presentation. Yeah, regarding creating a profile, you can always create a profile. You can use your Facebook to create a profile. So once you create profile, you can get complete access to this. You can mention whether you're a teacher or a learner. You can give email address, password, so that you can get regular updates from this website whenever there is an update in the content. Yeah, let me go back to the presentation. Yeah. I hope it's clear how writing website can be used for individual purposes. So far, we've discussed 2 websites. One is for reading. Another website I've just demonstrated is it can be used for writing. This can be used by learners of all levels, be it intermediate, elementary, advanced levels. Teachers can also find this source really interesting and exciting because the kind of material we see on this platform is unparalleled. In fact, most of the language activities, special writing activities, the prompts that you see here are on par with any other standard language testing examinations. So this is an interesting source and exciting source both for teachers as well as the learners of English. So moving forward, I'd like to introduce 2 other websites. Yeah. Kindly type if anything is not clear. If you need more information on the chat box, I'll be able to answer questions towards the end of it or beginning. Yeah, American English, Britain English. I mean, someone is asking me a question: difference between American and British. Can I answer it towards the end of the topic? Thank you. Yeah, let me share the screen again. Yeah, here we are. We're just done with the write and improve. Yeah, CFR levels we've just discussed, Common European Framework Reference of Languages, which is a standard criteria for most of the language examinations to give band score or grade for students in examinations, especially in the context of language assessment. Yeah, another interesting skill is speaking. Yeah, all that I've mentioned, I mean, I'm giving you websites based on individual skills, but do remember the point that in each website, each resource that I've demonstrated, you can see skill integration. For example, if you see a reading task, the first one, you can read information, process it, and then attempt writing. And when you create global questions for students, that provides scope for discussion in pairs and groups, right? What is your opinion on the story? Snake bites the man. Then students, you can form students into groups and let them discuss and come up with their own opinions. This is how you can integrate all the skills. Though websites are divided, I mean, I've divided it to skills, but each website, each resource that you see, there's a possibility of skill integration, right? We ourselves integrate skills by taking a reading comprehension and providing global questions and allow students to discuss with their groups and then come up with their ideas. This is how we can make classes interactive, interesting, ensure student participation. Yeah, moving forward, it's speaking. Make use of make use of record function on your device. Speaking is an interesting, very interesting skill. Most of the people find it difficult at times to express themselves confidently or with ease. There could be hundreds of reasons why most of the students find it difficult. Some of the common problems that you and I encounter in the classrooms could be first problem is fear, second one is shy, or third one is lack of proper language exposure, fear of grammatical sentence constructions, fear of others. Likewise, there's a long list of uh, apprehensions why people are not comfortable to express themselves. Yeah. So let us see how we can motivate students to do this. So I'm not going to demonstrate all those possibilities of speaking skills. I'm just going to demonstrate that can be used to enhance speaking skills. Yeah. So we can advise students if they have technical gadgets, if they have access to it. I'm not really sure how many of our students have access to technical devices, but in urban areas, yeah, there are. Even in semi-urban areas, in rural areas, few students still have access to these tech devices. The first thing is we can always advise them to record their own voice. Yeah, most of the time we feel uncomfortable to listen to our own voice. There could be hundreds of reasons why students say that, but this particular habit really helps. There will be a gradual improvement in everyone. So what happens when you start recording your own voice? A lot of interesting things take place, right? That we will discuss in a short while. So before recording one's own voice, one should find a quiet place where there is no disturbance or no noise so that they can comfortably record 2 to 3 minute talk that they like to uh, speak on. They can choose any topic under the sun, or it can be a discussion or a question given in the class. So you can advise students topic when there is no limit, there is no specific area where they can choose topic. Whatever interests them, they can choose it and record this for 2 to 3 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes is something that students don't find very difficult. Play it back and listen. So let us ask them, let us ask ourselves, let us play it back and listen to identify various kinds of interesting things. So how do we do that? So students, those who have technical devices such as smartphones, they can do it. And they can also do it in external websites. There's an interesting website by name Karu. Karu is a very good website. It's premier voice recording service. I just show you how Vocaro can be used to record our own voice and share in the form of a shareable link. Whenever a voice file is recorded in our own devices, we cannot transform, change into a changeable link. That's not possible. If you have to share, we have to share entire file. And at times it takes time and consumes a lot of data. But in the case of Vocaro, it's altogether a different case because you can change it into a shareable link. Let me show you how this link can be used. See here, you can see a changeable link. I just highlight here. You can see a shareable link on bottom right corner of my screen, right? That's the link you can generate, and the link alone can be shared using a wide variety of these websites. You have Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, WhatsApp. Likewise, you can share on any social networking sites so that other person can just click on it and listen to it. And this particular app requires no download. Once you click the link, whether or not you have Vocaro in your device, you can still listen to it. So let me show you how Vocaro works. If anyone has already used this particular website, Vivo CA or O, if you already used it, you can share your feedback on it. Or if you'd like to experiment right away, you can always do that. Yeah, now I take you to Vocaro website. Here you go. You can also open it in your own devices or laptops, Vocaro. Just yeah, here you go. Here you have Vocaro. Yeah, you can see the record option right in the center part of the website, the web page. Clicking on this will give you further instructions to record your own file. So you can choose language, or there are options. You can use Hindi or any other language. Like if you are comfortable with a particular language, you can always use that. But normally you can find it in English. You can always check it. So press the button to start recording. I record. So you can always allow your microphone. All of them are genuine websites, so you can find it really interesting to use this. Yeah, since there's a connectivity problem now, so it's not allowing me to record, but you can always click this. So you can record your voice, and then once you record it, you can click on stop, and then it will show you drop down list to share. And it will create a shareable link, and it will show you a list of social networking sites where you would like to upload, whether it is WhatsApp, Facebook, or any other social networking site. And this is how it works. If anyone is interested to record your own voice and share it, I appreciate that. If you still have time, you can do that. Or you can attempt at your here we are speaking. Alternate websites, what websites you can use for speaking. you require another person. There are websites where you can interact with a computer, interact with a robot, interact with AI, artificial intelligence system. You can have a conversation, right? That is another possibility of having virtual conversation with a robot or AI system. But I believe speaking should happen face to face, or at least to individuals. That's how you can find personal touch and willingness to talk and experiment. And that's how you can get to see body language of individuals. You can also find tonal variations. You can see attitude of individuals, eye contact. A lot of other things take place in face-to-face conversation. At least in telephonic conversation, though you cannot see the person, you can still listen to the clarity and quality of voice. Right? So these are some of the possibilities of speaking skills can be improved. I'd like you to take up one survey as told in the beginning. I'd like to share with that. Yeah. I'll be sharing the survey in just a minute's time. Yeah, here we are. The chat box, I'm posting the survey link. Yeah, please click on the survey and respond. This is based on what we have just done, a kind of experiment with Vokaru website. Vokaru is a premier language, premier recording option. This enables individuals to record up to 15 minutes at a stretch and share it in the form of a shareable link. And that's the best part of Vokaru. And if you have done on your own, or if you have ever done recording your voice, so what kind of feedback you can give it to yourself, and how do you find it interesting and engaging? So if you can click on the link that I've provided you, you can see 3 questions, 3 simple and interesting questions. They seek responses about your experiences of recording your own voice and the kind of experience you have, right? So kindly click on the link and please share your views on it. I just want to make interactive, though there are time constraints and technological constraints. I just want to find out how it works. I can also see responses from my website. Yeah, it's about how many people have responded, how many people have opinions on this particular aspect. Yeah, I'll be sharing contact details at the end of the slide. Thank you. Yeah, do click on this and find it will take you to an external web page, Google Forms, and this will give you access to this particular questionnaire. It's about your name and 3 questions, and all of them are multiple choice questions. So you find it really interesting and cool, and it is titled Speaking Vokaru. Right? You can just enter your name and then have you noticed any mistakes? Once you record and listen to your voice, have you noticed any mistakes? Usually, 1 or 2 mistakes we find it being language teachers. We are not satisfied with the first recording. We have priorities about the kind of intonation we have, the kind of beginning we've got, examples we provide, explanation we give, right? And were there any pauses, places where you were searching for a word but couldn't think of it? Gap fillers. This is quite normal to find gap fillers. So we should explain it to students, right? What a gap filler is and how this can be avoided. Would you be interested to look for the unknown words and use it next time in your communication? So these are some of the questions that I provided you. So I hope you don't find it any difficult to answer these questions. As told you, it doesn't take not more than a minute's time. Yeah. Good. I've got few responses from individuals. Yeah. Yeah, most of you answered yes. There were mistakes. You were not satisfied with first recording. You wanted to improve whenever you come across new words. You would like to work on those and then improve further. This is good, right? So this kind of motivation and interest we should create in our students as well. So since the time is limited, let me go on to the next part of the presentation, and I'll be concluding in another 20 minutes time, hopefully. Yeah, let me share the presentation again. Yeah, here we are. Interesting, or I should say, the most important skill. So listening is considered to be mother of all skills. People say that it's mother of all skills. People also say our ability to listen to others always depends on our ability to speak well.